a futuristic device here that's going to steal our souls. So we've got Bradley, we've got Lauren, we've got Ryan Svobodio. Svoboda means freedom in Czech. So I toast you, thanks for being here. I toast you with the midget submarine of drinking glasses. Yes, it's good water. My name is Rick Gray. I'm a songwriter. I write songs to keep myself sane, and then I commit the act of playing them in places. And so in the immortal words of Neil Ennis, I've suffered for my art, now it's your turn. This is called Throwing Something I Can Hit. Off, but you slip back every time, and it's even odds. You're alone tonight, you're drinking vodka in the dark, painting pictures with no spark to light your way. So let's not pretend you're a mystery, like it's anybody's guess, like I don't already have your read. Building blocks when you're in town, holding court to knock them down because you can. And their smiles alright, and they seem too tight to be real. I can't believe the things that I can't feel. I can't overstate, you can overreach, and you're everybody's friend. But nobody wants to hold your leash. You're poking beehives with a stick just to see what comes of it. And I can hear you screaming at the walls. You gotta throw me something I can hit. You gotta throw me something I can hit. Gotta throw me something. So let's not pretend you're a mystery, like it's anybody's guess, like I don't already have your read. You're poking beehives with a stick just to see what comes of it, and I can hear you screaming. You gotta throw me something I can hit. You gotta throw me something I can hit. You gotta throw me something I can hit. Smiles alright, and they seem too tight to be real. Look at you. Alright, let me double check this E string that went 2 cents flat there. Cheers, folks. I felt like the world had enough love songs, so I wrote a You're Dead to Me song. It's called Stuck on Insincere. Let's take a long walk on a short pier and see who comes up first for air. 'Cause I can hold my breath to China just to prove the point, my dear. You can choose your own tears and sink, 'cause mine are already in the drink. And I keep hearing if you need to talk, then I'm right here. What I keep seeing is a broken clock, second hand, stuck on insincere. Now I'm clear. Misunderstandings aside, you really could have held your tongue. Instead of feeding this fire, you're stoking up false hope where there's none. Since I've been finding you out, this trust is just shut down for the count. And I keep hearing if you need to talk, then I'm right here. What I keep seeing is a broken clock, the second hand, stuck on insincere. Now I'm clear. And I keep hearing if you need to talk, then I'm right here. What I keep seeing is a broken clock, the second hand, stuck on insincere. Now I'm clear. So let's take a long walk on a short pier and see who comes up first for air. Thanks, appreciate it. What do we want to play next? I'm going to play some of these again at the end since we have people filtering in. Let's do these out of tune since I changed them this morning on everything. I kill strings so fast I have to change them off. song when I was leaving my home in the San Francisco Bay Area, moving to the Midwest in 1995, and it still hasn't been released. So maybe the next record I'm making is really just stripped down acoustic songs, real mellow songs with just real minimal. It'll be mostly just acoustic and vocals. I started that in May in Holland, and I'll finish it when I get back there, and then make a rock album after that, and this will be on that. But we're going to play the cafe version tonight. This is called Blue. But it's long past gone, and so I try to live this life I've just begun, and it won't take long to see my reflection mimics me. Don't you know you've been longing to be on your own? Details left unseen. It's getting clear every mile I put between, and it won't take long to see your reflection mimics me. But you know I've been longing to be on my own. When it comes back, every time I see the break of day, still see the doubt choking the soul by the roots. And I believe it now, nothing can grow on a dying vine, but I can't see without straining my eyes for the blue. Trying to think of the gems ahead in my life, and not in terms of what I've left behind. And it won't take long to see your reflection mocking me. Don't you know we've been wanting to be on my road? Comes back every time I see the break of day, still see it down choking the soul by the roots. And I believe it now, nothing can grow on a dying vine, but I can't see without straining my eyes for a blue. It comes back every time I see the break of day, still see it down choking the soul by the roots. And I believe it now, nothing can grow on a dying vine. I can't see without straining my eyes for the blue. It can't come too soon. And it won't take long to see my reflection marshalling me, a place that's best for me. Thanks, appreciate it. All right, see here, sing. See if I remember this one. I ran through it today. I totally forgot it last time we played it.
That was the version.
Trying to think of the lyrics since I don't like to use music stands because they're not very rock and roll. It's the chance you take. Sometimes you're trying to think of a lyric if you're a songwriter, even if you're playing your own stuff like I am. every now and then you go to think of a lyric and you get this big blank white drive-in movie screen in your head. And that definitely happened last time. This is called To Hear Her Sing. This is on the Sailor's Talk record that I have down here. And again, I want to thank Chris Schulte. He's not here right now, but thank him. I've been playing here, doing weekend gigs on a pretty regular basis for the last 10 years, and I really appreciate it. This is my last one for a while, and so I appreciate my friends coming out, and so playing songs that you haven't heard on the radio, you know, unless you live in the southern Netherlands. They seem to play my music, which is cool. I wrote this song probably about 8 years ago after I saw a movie that I didn't think the movie left that big of an impression at the time, but it was a really negative movie where everything went wrong. But a couple weeks later, this song popped out, and I played it for my editor, Tina. And she said, yeah, it's a good song. It's that movie, but it's a good song. The closest thing to a blues song I have. Everybody's got a phone, you got a ticket home. This bus ride shaking you to the bone. You feel these riders don't know your place. Instead of a word that they could read your face. Don't feel ready, you don't feel dressed. Keep full with a sign hanging around your neck. Got a head full of trouble and no one to tell. 'Cause every day is a shotgun shell. Now we're saying hi, be glad to meet you anywhere. If I could just hear you sing, rocket share. This place has changed since you've been away. 21 years and 15 days. Now they're cooking poison, slinging around. They're killing these ways, they're killing this town. And decide to make this alright would be sunlight in your hair. If I could just hear you sing, rocket share. Wife couldn't take all the strain, still calling out that baby's name. She's been wandering in a haze of pain, using these men to get away. So it's one last gesture to bring her around. Finally leaving in the crowds. There's nothing to fix it, it shuts the gates. Makes the revenue man seal his face. Now he's saying I'd be glad to meet you anywhere. If I could just hear you sing, rocking chair. Thanks, I appreciate it. All right, so again, my name is Rick Gray. I write songs, and these are my friends, Ryan, Lauren, and Bradley. If you're, the kids are all over the social media and all that, so I have to be, so it's not the easiest thing in the world for me, but if you're on the Book of Face and you don't know me, it's Rick Gray, Gray, and it's Rick Gray Music. So if you like the songs, and I only want honest likes, connect with the music page. You can see where I'm playing. I won't be playing. I've got 2 more gigs in the States, and then I'll spend several months playing in the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. But you can kind of see where I'm playing. No pressure. The whole, hey, check me out version is part of playing music is really weird for me. So, but I have a website, and been lucky enough to meet. I've been in St. Charles the last 10 years, and I've just met so many good friends and met so many good musicians that I've been fortunate enough to be able to play with here and there. It's been really good. I'm going to throw them under the bus, and myself, because I haven't played this one in a long time either. I might forget it, but let's do one. It's another really old song. I wrote this about 1996 or so. Yeah, I'm old. Who said that? Yeah, I had a big gray beard, but I was trimming my beard today, and the guard slipped, and I carved a big notch right out of my chin, so my only option was to totally shave. So I grow a beard because it makes me look my age. So, but so it's yeah, there was no option other than just like looking like it was really weird. This is called The Wanting. This is about. It's pretty self-explanatory what it's about. I'm really into lyrics, but this is about an abusive relationship. So, cheers and thanks for being here. Here's to abuse. Stepping lightly, she puts her foot down on the floor. It's an exercise in caution, and heavy-handed he roams the house for one small thing. Some it takes to set him reeling, but every time she leaves, it brings her round to hell and back again. She's crying, this love's been mistaken out and stretched so thin. She honestly can't tell us when she'll feel herself again. of a foreign field. Once it seemed so futile, and every book she reads brings her to the same conclusions. But every time she leaves, it brings her round to hell and back again. She's crying this, I've been mistaken and I'm stretched so thin. She honestly can't tell us when she'll feel herself again. Something's gotta break, 'cause there's too much at stake and she just can't let it pass her by. Time winds down to the trickle of her hourglass. So feeling stronger, she puts her foot down. I don't have to live like this. Find this fortune and some bliss. Staring hopefully, it won't bring her round to hell and back again. She's crying, I've been mistaken, but my life's still strong. She can find a seat day when the ghost is gone. So feeling stronger, she puts her foot down on the floor. Thanks. Alrighty then. What are we gonna do, people? Let's play some songs. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by the Apollo space program. I love to watch my parents would actually wake me up in the middle of the night when the missions were going on to go downstairs and watch this stuff. And I love the names of the places on the moon where the Apollo missions landed. And as I got older, though, I realized that these guys accomplished the greatest thing they were ever going to accomplish when they're still relatively young men, and they had to come back and figure out what to do with the rest of their lives. And some of them had problems with that. Some of them didn't. I mean, Buzz, he just punches people in the face. Awesome. Just punches the dude, keeps going. He deserved it. And so this is I was in kind of a start over mode myself, and this song is named after the place on the moon where the Apollo 12 mission landed in November actually of 1969, and Pete Conrad and Al Bean became the third and fourth men to walk on the surface of the moon at a place called the Ocean of Storms. And that's the name of this song. With the second wave, you hope to fare better, you get the shock out of the way. bright rooms for things that you lost, the ones you thought failed you, the ones that got tossed away on your ocean of storms. Had you ever find a place headed uptown on your avenue of saints? And these moments pass, your grip closes tighter, but a picture's all that's left for you. And you search these dark skies for feelings you lost, the ones that left glimpses still seem worth their cost. On your ocean of storms, how'd you ever find a place drifting around on your avenue of saints? I hold on to the places I've been with no mercy. I can feel them trailing like wire behind me, the ghosts of my days. You remember their names, you read some old letters, you keep the photos in a drawer. Of all of these great things you set out to grab, that lonely perspective is the one that keeps taking you back to your ocean of storms. How'd you ever find a place coming back down on your avenue of saints? We appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to play the first song on this Sailor's Talk record. When I was 19, I decided to drop off the illustrious junior college fast track that I was on. And, I found myself spending my days in a rural South Australian town. I was staying with a family. I grew up in California, but I was going back and forth between California and Australia since I was a little kid. And so I was staying with family friends in a place called Burra, which is it's a little town in South Australia. But strangely, there have been several movies filmed there There's a movie called Breaker Morant about the Boer Wars that was filmed there, and it's a really beautiful place. And so this family, the Reed family, took me to this celebration at a neighboring town. The town was really just a kind of a railhead with a bar and a hotel and a few houses. And being 19, so naturally I found myself acquainted with the prettiest girl in town, and I still remember the combination of amusement and gloom in the eyes of her father and brothers as she introduced me to her father and three brothers in this hotel bar. And it was all very innocent. We walked around the town, around the railroad track, and they're having an Anzac celebration. So there are all these old guys in their Anzac uniforms and their horses. It was super cool. So I went back to Burra, the town I was at, to the Reed's place, and the next morning I got woken up with Helen, the mother of this family, yelling, "Rick, there's a bird on the phone," which I found funny because we don't call girls birds in America. So that phrase always stuck in my head, that memory. And then I probably wrote this about 5 years ago. I was staying up late one night watching a movie that was filmed in the same area, and I realized that I'd never seen so many stars in my life as I did walking around this place. You could just so clearly see the Milky Way, and a lot of my songs are based on observations, books and films, and just observations I see. I watch people, and but this is definitely kind of a true story. So, "Bird on the Phone" sounds like a dumb title unless I tell that story. So, this is the first song on this record. Never seen so many stars clinging on the space in the sky. I never drank in outback bars, the same stairs in every room, amusement with a dash of gloom. There's a bird on the phone, there's a bird on the phone, with all the time in the world today. There's a bird on the phone, there's a bird on the phone, and she's hoping I can't stay. Walk the track, the length of town, then she took